they want to try to get Nick and Al in foul trouble. That's obviously something that every team that plays you guys would seem to try to do. Is there anything particular that you have to do either to guard off that, or is it just the same old stuff that you guys have faced?
We really don't have any choices because, and if you look at the games that Nick or Al has been in foul trouble, we've really struggled. The Cal game when Nick was ineffective most of the game, we struggled. Last 7 minutes in the first half the other day, Nick's got 2. I should have played him probably. It really was problems for us. So that's good strategy on Josh's part, but we hope it doesn't happen.
Is there anything to... One of the differences with them is they have 2 we consider like legit big men who could potentially get them in foul trouble versus other teams don't really.
Yeah, and they did it last game. They went at our guys, and they were effective doing it. We're going to try to do the same to them. We're going to go at their bigs, and hopefully if we play well, we'll have an opportunity to not have foul trouble.
This is the first time you've played a team for the second time this year. How does that change anything?
I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments. We're making some. We're doing a few different things. We put in new stuff, new out of bounds plays. Everybody's doing that stuff, and it's just, we hope we're able to execute some of the new stuff we put in.
You find it easier to instruct when you're using their the game that they were a part of? Show film at the end.
Well, because all players at any level, the only time they want to watch film if it's about them. I mean, it's a fact. I mean, it's a coach's fact. They don't want to watch anybody else play except themselves. So they will watch more if they're in it. Unless they're getting beat, and then they're like, "That's not me." what kind of coverage is that, KO?
UCLA's 5-1 since losing to you guys. What are they doing differently, or what have you noticed about them?
They're a good team. They're a good team. I mean, they've been a good team. We were fortunate to beat them here. We're 2-4 since we played them. So, probably if you want to do it in the media talk, we're 2 teams headed opposite directions the last 6 games, but that doesn't matter. We play tomorrow. Every game's a new game. And for us, we got 9 games left. We just need to try to win as many as we can.
Given that you're kind of starting the second half of the conference season, how big is it? Every game's obviously big, and you could say it's even bigger that it's the conference, or that it's a crosstown your rival and stuff like that. But it's just in terms of where you guys are at and where the program is at, being able to get this win.
Well, if we're fortunate enough to win tomorrow, it would be huge for us, and I'm sure they're thinking the same thing. And they've got 4 in a row now at home. They got us, they got St. John's, and they got the Oregons coming in. So they have a chance to cement an NCAA tournament bid over the next couple weeks. And for us, we're trying to fight our way back into that picture. Whether we belong in that picture or not, it's debatable either way, but we'd like to hope we have an opportunity to do that.
What do you want to see out of your team over these next 9 games on a consistent basis that maybe you haven't been seeing?
I want to see us play with a defensive edge. This is a fact. If we don't defend, we could lose to anyone. If we do defend, we have an opportunity to beat anyone. We've proven that. We lost early in the season, without Gio and Al basically, but we lost to Bradley, we lost to Ryder. We beat Tennessee. We're a team that if we do what we're supposed to do, we're fine. But if we have no margin for error. If we don't do what we're supposed to do, then it's going to be a problem.
Why does that message not stick with them game in and game out? Or?
The basic reason, I think, I went and watched some of our tapes from last year. We had 3 senior perimeter players, all 22 or 23 years old, that had all kinds of experience, had played a lot of years. We lost 4 of our top 6 from a team that won 16 games. That's not a recipe for a Final Four. So we're going to be inconsistent sometimes because of new guys on the perimeter and basically a lack of depth. I mean, Marcus Simmons didn't play much last year. He's a main part of our team this year. Dante, after Garrity came back, didn't play much, and he's a main part of our team. So we're inconsistent because we are who we are in the second year of trying to recover from a major investigation.
You mentioned how Dante didn't play a lot last year, but this year has become like a major weapon. How has he developed last year?
He's had to play, and he got in great shape. Guys always get better over the summertime. He's worked exceptionally hard on his conditioning and his shooting, and it's paid off for him. I mean, he's one of the better shooters in the league, and one of our main scoring options. I mean, if you look at it, him and Gio and Nick are basically our scoring options. and then the other 4 guys play off them.
What do you think the last night's late practice, as intense as it was?
It carried over to today too, and we're not just doing it for this week or next week. We have to establish an identity here in our program that we're going to play hard on the defensive end of the court all the time, because when you take over, I've been in 4 rebuilds now. You don't get those jobs because the cupboard's full. So if you don't play defense, you can't compete. If we were trying to play run, pass, haul ass, which I call it, we wouldn't win many games. That's all there is to it. We just wouldn't do it.
What did you think of your portrayal on ESPN U's special last week?
I thought it was accurate. You know, I let them go everywhere for 2 days. So I thought they used fairly good discretion for the most part. I mean, you guys know me. That's pretty accurate.
It seemed that way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Do we know about the dogs?
yeah. You guys need to come to my house sometime.
One last thing. How do you think this, I don't want to call it an experiment, but having 2 point guards basically playing at the same time, do you think they both have a point guard nature? Do you think sometimes that works against you, that they're not, either one of them's aggressive enough looking to score? And
Yeah, I think that's a point. And I'm still trying to get a feel for both these guys too. I mean, Gio's only played 10 games. You know, it's Mo's a freshman who's overloaded totally minutes-wise. That's why, like, second game of trips, Mo has not been good. You can go back to Nebraska, TCU. You can go back to the Oregon schools. Second game of trips, his stats are abysmal. He's never played basically two games in 3 days and played 38 or 39 minutes. So what I'm going to have to do is make an adjustment. I want to play Gio quite a bit more at the point right now, and let Mo play off the ball a little bit to take some of that pressure off of him. And actually, I want to have the ball in Gio's hands a little bit more as we go forward also.
You think you might do more night practices?
I don't know. I liked them, actually. I like practicing at night because they're done with everything. Well,
Dinner after.
huh?
How was dinner after?
It was good. It was good.